So I had two questions. First question is about the deep learning. So are you guys using like special APIs or SDKs like cloud-based for deep learning? And if so, like what would be your recommendations? The second question is about the data. So you're pulling data every 10 minutes. So what if it's too much data? Like in some cases, well, in a lot of cases, sometimes 2 minutes worth of data might be too much for like your typical network infrastructure. So how would you like work around that?
Yeah, so to your first question, we're using a combination of, for deep learning, algorithms and techniques that we've developed. We're also using things like TensorFlow, Google TensorFlow, Microsoft here at this conference, they've got a good one as well. So we kind of use a combination of that, and then we have kind of our secret sauces. We've also got our own techniques that we're using for some of that deep learning, which is kind of outside the scope of this conversation, but can talk to you later. In terms of the data, for the data that they have on their wind turbines, 10-minute data was not a bandwidth consideration. Now, you know, if you're talking about you're trying to pull like streaming vibration data every 10 minutes or something to that effect, absolutely. That's a whole other, you know, conversation in terms of how do you have a network that supports that, what techniques can you do to reduce that data. We have experience with that. In this particular use case though, pulling it every 10 minutes because it wasn't vibration data, it was really just OSI pi data, you know, sort of your, I'll call it process data for lack of a better word, is what we were utilizing. So we didn't have to worry about it in this use case, but we've had to, you know, adapt to that before.